what do you think about the offensive line? Because the thing about it is, this is the first time probably that they have blocked well that has gotten the running game off to the start that they had.
Yeah, I definitely think they made adjustments, but I mean, unfortunately the defensive line and the offensive line need help. But I think it's more obvious that the offensive line needs help. I also think we may need a cornerback. I think that Hall and Rodgers are doing great, but I mean, our opponents, their third receiver is almost like a first and second receiver. It's great talent, and I think even Donovan McNabb could have, a stud receiver, like a Terrell Owens or Macklin.
Yeah, okay, you know what? The offensive side of the ball did some things great, and Tony is always talking about defense wins games and everything. So we got to talk about the defense, because the week before they were horrible as far as the tackling, the whole 9 yards, but it seemed that they played a little better in this game.
I think the key is diversify, diversify, diversify. You need to have guys that are quick, guys that are strong, guys that will hold the ball, guys that can quickly maneuver around and do things that need to be done and make adjustments. Just like in my television shows, I have 5 different television shows. I don't just focus on one subject.
Joke.
Because that one subject might not be appropriate for all people.
Right.
So business profiles, showcase of homes, the menu, talk about town, lifestyles, we do a celebrity beat. You have to be able to diversify. As we diversify in our assets, we should diversify in football.
What is that?
As we diversify in our own homes and entertainment, it's a win-win situation when you're able to look at it and say, okay, you know what? I don't want all 6'8" guys. I want a 6'8". I want a 300-pound guy. You got to diversify.
Yeah, it was some lost opportunities on defense as far as some dropped interceptions, because Hall had one right in the hands that he would have ran back for 6 points, and then you had London Fletcher. Talk to me about missed opportunities. Joyce, Christine, come on. You understand being in business as far as missed opportunities, and if you don't key in on those, that's a waste.
Well, my personal opinion regarding McNabb is the fact that I think he should have ran the ball a little bit better. He should be a quarterback, not only just to throw it, but take when you have the opportunity. He could have went straight in the middle. It was so close. Instead of finding someone, okay, let's come in, take that ball and run with it.
Well, I think because he's gotten sacked so many times, because he's just not comfortable with his O-line, which who would be, because he's been sacked so many times. So I think he doesn't know what to do. He's not sure how long he's going to stay in the pocket, because he doesn't know who's going to be blocking. So I think that's a problem.
That's where the defense comes in. If you have a better defense, then the quarterback will be protected.
I have to agree with Joyce. I wanted on that last play to see him run the ball and not to try to throw, because it was if he had done, I've seen quarterbacks be able to make that adjustment, and when they're able to make that adjustment, it's a touchdown every time.
That's right.
Okay, but in the final 3 games of the season, and you know that you're not going to the playoffs, how do you keep going? Because some people will have packed up their bags and headed out the door.
For pride. It's all
It's
in
in your heart. It's got to be in your heart. If you love football, every time you get out there, it's the last game. It's the first game. It's your pride, your name, your reputation on the line. I don't care what I'm doing. I'm giving it 100%. Win or lose, I'm going to give it everything I got.
Well, ladies, I thank you all for coming on this segment to educate Tony and Gary and a lot of other guys out there. But we're going to have more Pro Football Plus, but we're going to talk a little bit about the playoffs. I was in Dallas, and be educated. More Pro Football Plus.
No, you weren't.
After this message.
That's
a
green screen.
May be hard to get to for some teams. As the playoff race heats up, things are going to get interesting. And in this crazy NFL season,
definitely notice the fat guy not moving,
except the Patriots and the Atlanta Falcons. So if the playoffs were to start today, who would be in? Well, in the AFC, you've got the New England Patriots at 11-2. They're the hottest team in football right now with the best quarterback in Tom Brady. They would win the East. Then you've got the Pittsburgh Steelers at 10-3. They stole one from the Ravens a week ago, but watch out. The Ravens are only 1 game behind. They would win the North. And then you got Kansas City. They started off strong, but they faded in the second half of the season. They're 8-5, and they would win the West. Jacksonville had surprised everybody. They're at 8-5, and if they win one more game, they could knock the Colts out and Peyton Manning. Then you got the wild card. You got the Jets and the Ravens, but watch out. San Diego could possibly get in there with 3 wins in the final part of the season. And if they get in, they always seem to find a way to win the games in the second half of the season. They could be a dangerous team to watch. And in the NFC, you've got the Atlanta Falcons at 11-2. This team always finds a way to win games in the end. They would win the South.
Do they?
Then you got the Chicago Bears. They took a pounding to the New England Patriots.
No, they didn't take a pounding to them. They got pounded by them.
But stay tuned. That could be a change up in that division. Then you got the Philadelphia Eagles. They are a strong team right now. You've got to look at Michael Vick. What can you say about Michael Vick? He's a strong quarterback. He has a strong arm. So the Philadelphia Eagles and the Giants are playing next week, so things could change right there. And then you got the St. Louis Rams. This will be the only team in the playoffs with a losing record at 6-7. Can you believe that?
Nope.
Seattle had a chance to get in, but St. Louis will win that as far as the head-to-head matchup.
Bold predictions. They'll win it.
You got New Orleans. Well, the wild card, you got New Orleans and you got the New York Giants, but stay tuned because Tampa Bay may slide in there. That's the playoff picture for now, but in the next 3 weeks, things could change. More Pro Football Plus after this message.
Are you ready for your